Diablo 4's open beta is right around the corner, but before you jump in to repel the forces of evil, there's a couple things worth knowing. My name is Codiak, this is Legacy Gaming, and today we're sharing everything you need to know about Diablo 4's upcoming open beta. Diablo 4's open beta gives players a chance to test a decent chunk of the game, and while it will be limited in scope, if you're absolutely jonesing to get your hands on this experience, the Blizzard team is giving players 2 chances to make that happen. Starting March 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, players that pre-order Diablo 4 will have access to the early access period for the open beta. This will run until March 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. During this early access period, players will be able to test out 3 classes: the Barbarian, the Rogue, and the Sorcerer. We talked a bit about the playstyles and unique mechanics of each class in one of our recent videos, so if you want more information on that, go check that out. For players that don't want to pre-order, and believe me, I get it, you can jump into Diablo 4 on March 24th, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for the open beta. During this period, all 5 launch classes will be available, including the Druid and the Necromancer. The open beta will run until March 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you do plan on playing, let us know what class you'll be checking out first by commenting down below. As a longtime fan of druids across any game, I can't wait to see how that class has evolved in Diablo, but I've also got my eye on the rogue. Now, as you might expect, the team isn't going to let players experience everything in Diablo 4, and while the offering is generous, it's only a small slice of the full game. Players will be able to play and level up their heroes to a max level of 25. Once you reach that cap, you can continue playing or move on to a different hero. The team was clear that while progress will carry over from the early access open beta to the open beta, all progress after that will be wiped heading into launch. As far as what players can actually do, well, everyone will have access to the prologue and the entirety of Act 1. Because of Diablo 4's open world, the team is giving players access to just one zone, Fractured Peaks. According to their recent open beta blog, the team is confident there will be enough for players to do, including quests, dungeons, and hunting down loot. For the first time, the public will also have access to the world boss Ashava, spawning 4 different times on each Saturday. We've actually seen this boss in action in a few different trailers, so it's exciting to think we'll finally get to fight it. The team has also hinted that there are substantial rewards for teaming up with players in taking down this first world boss. On top of that, the developers are also giving players the chance to test out couch co-op during the open beta. If taking part in the early access portion of the open beta, only one player will need to have pre-ordered the game. That second player will just need an active Battle.net account. Players will also be able to participate in the standard 4-player online co-op. If you're playing on a PC, you'll be happy to know that the team has released the specs ahead of time so you can make sure your machine is ready to go. On the low end, you'll need an Intel i5-2500 or AMD FX 8100, as well as a GeForce GTX 600 or AMD Radeon R9 280. Recommended specs come in a bit higher but aren't unreasonable. Players will want either an Intel Core i5-4670K or AMD R3 1300X with either a GeForce GTX 970 or AMD Radeon RX 470. Finally, and I know this is what a lot of you care about, by participating in the open beta, you get a few neat in-game rewards. And I'm excited that the rewards are actually for Diablo, not other Blizzard properties. By reaching Kyovashad with one character, you'll earn the title Initial Casualty. By reaching level 20 on at least one character, you'll earn the Early Voyager title, as well as the Beta Wolf Pack cosmetic, which might be my favorite cosmetic ever. Something about those floppy ears. There's plenty to get excited about ahead of the open beta, and while it's not entirely clear everything that's in the scope of the testing, what's most important is that we'll get a chance to test out all 5 of the major classes. This means a decent chance to try out their moveset, experiment with each class's unique mechanic, and get a feel for how they'll evolve as we get a taste of the early to mid game. Anyways, friends, this is just the beginning of our Diablo 4 coverage. We know you guys check out the channel for all sorts of games, but if Diablo 4 is on your radar and you want more content like this in your feeds, including deeper guides and eventually some fun builds, hit that like button and consider subscribing. We also plan on opening up a Diablo 4 clan once the game goes live on June 6th, so if that's something you're interested in, consider joining Legacy Gaming on Discord. We recently reworked our entire server, so come hang out, win free prizes, talk about games like Diablo 4, and eventually group up with your fellow clanmates. Check out the link below to learn more. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.